August 24th. 79 AD. The sun was rising over one of the wealthiest coastal cities of the Roman Empire. The streets were alive. Merchants were heading to the marketplace. The scent of fresh bread drifted from the ovens. Children ran across the stone-paved roads. Everything was ordinary. No one knew. Within hours, this city would fall into eternal silence. This was Pompeii, and towering just behind it, Mount Vesuvius. Italy Vesuvius had been silent for centuries. To the locals, it was just a mountain, a backdrop to vineyards. The source of fertile soil. No one remembered that it had erupted before. But that morning, as the clock approached 1 p.m., the sky suddenly darkened. From the summit, a massive column of ash rose into the air. Reaching nearly 20 kilometers high, it cast a shadow over the Roman world. There was someone who would later describe that moment. The Roman historian Pliny the Younger. He wrote of a cloud shaped like a pine tree rising into the sky. And the disaster had begun. At first, fine ash fell gently. People were confused, but not yet panicked. Then small stones began to fall. Within minutes, the stones grew larger. Roofs started to collapse. The streets turned gray. Day became night. Some sought shelter inside their homes. Some gathered their belongings and ran toward the harbor. Others believed it would soon pass, but the real danger had not yet arrived. Near midnight, the mountain roared again, and a deadly cloud rushed down the slopes of Vesuvius. This was no ordinary smoke. A surge of gas and ash, reaching temperatures of 700 degrees Celsius, moving at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Herculaneum was struck first. Then Pompeii. Breathing became impossible. The heat overwhelmed the human body in seconds. There was no escape. Some clutched their children. Some collapsed at their doorsteps. Some were frozen in prayer. Time stopped in that moment. Pompeii was erased from the map within hours. Centuries passed. The city's location was forgotten. Fields were plowed above it. Homes were built. But beneath the ground, a 6-meter layer of ash was preserving the Roman world. In 1748, excavations began. What emerged became one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in history. Mosaics, bathhouses, theaters, graffiti on the walls, and loaves of bread, still charred inside ovens. Archaeologists poured plaster into the cavities left behind by decomposed bodies. What appeared were haunting figures, faces locked in fear, bodies twisted in agony, children shielded in desperate protection. Pompeii was not only the story of a catastrophe. It became a time capsule of Roman life. Street graffiti, election notices, declarations of love. Humanity was staring back at us from 2,000 years ago. Today, Pompeii is one of the world's most important archaeological sites. Pompeii Archaeological Park. Millions walk these streets each year, but just a few kilometers away, Vesuvius still stands. Near Naples, millions of people live in its shadow. Scientists say the volcano remains active. The sleeping giant may only be waiting. Pompeii is a tragedy, but it is also a warning. Humanity advances, builds cities, raises civilizations, but nature is silent until it speaks, and when it does, it can silence an entire city.